What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Halcyon 6. My name is Splattercat, and we are doing some combat today. The Brucker Brigade is ridden out and is ready to destroy those foes that would give us ugly looks. Don't give us ugly looks. See, you and your spray and pray luck. Alright, let's go ahead and start off with an uploaded virus on that shiv. Sensors are offline on the top shiv. That's good, because that means I'm going to use harass. Yep, exploitated. So if I can actually run exploits, I think we can take that other fleet that's inside of our territory, aside from the ludicrous amount of damage we're taking right now. Alright, finish him off. Or not Ablative Shield, I'm sorry, use Portal Cannon. Now that he's all taken care of, we will go for... Oh, I don't know. Let's go for ship disable, I guess. It looks like you can use backstab maneuver without changing ships. I was worried about that. Ship is disabled and stunned. Can't use upload virus for a little while longer, so we will go ahead and let me run Ablative Shield so it only works on one ship. Okay. So with Ablative Shield, you get a 35% damage resistance. The Portal Cannon, let's go ahead and fire that out. Empowered Systems, resistance to ship disable is up by 75%. Don't really care about that. It's time for some harassment. Goodbye, pirates. I will see you in the afterlife, maybe, but I think you're probably going to a different place than I am, considering your obsession with filth and villainy. Oh, they automatically go back to Starbase when that is done. Okay. Let's go to ship management. We need to make sure that everybody is fixed up and repaired. Confirm. And this could be a terrible idea. We will find out. However, something sneaky tells me we should probably definitely kill the Krull over there. So let's send a fleet. It might not go so well. We don't have a lot of ships right now. But we're going to launch. And then I also need my tech research. Can we please get the Officer Academy all nice and lined up? Thank you. Either way, it would be my suggestion that we save this colony over here. Alright, so Krull engineering ships. Dense and stocky, are composed of layers of thick chitin-like armor and are particularly suited to ramming attacks. Equipped with spike ship and then science ships. Okay. I think I should be able to make this work without too many problems. Let's start off combat. I would like... Let's upload a virus. To all of them, actually. Whoever you can upload them to. If you upload them to the big one, then you upload them to the big one. I don't really care. Their sensors are now down. He evaded that like a slow shot. We have a hull breach up at the top. That's okay. Sensors are offline on the young Clipper. Let's go ahead and exploit that mercilessly. The hull is now breached down there, too. I am going to suggest we go ahead and cauterize our wound. I'm going to do the best I can to heal bot my way through that. If we could stack some evasion, that would be perfect. I am going to go ahead and ship disable him. Ship is now disabled. Perfect. Let's go ahead and throw out a... Cauterized hull appears to have no cooldown. Oh no, he can only use it twice. Okay, there it is. Okay, so it's got a little number right there. Let's go in on a... Let's go in on an Ablative Shield for our main DPSer. I think a 35% damage resistance will suit us nicely. Still alive. Resisted. Okay. We are taking damage, though. Cauterize your hull, sir. Accuracy is dead on point, unfortunately, which means that I gotta live with a problem here. Let's go ahead and we will go with... Let's just harass, I guess. We just gotta get in this thing, and we gotta get in it to win it, I suppose. We don't really have much of an option. Gotta cauterize his hull again, but they just have superior fire right now, so... I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. They just have so many more guys than we do. Critical hit right there might help us. Portal Cannon. Finish him off. Well done. That's perfect. We may lose our science vessel because he appears to be terrible at dodging. Let's go ahead and start firing at the spike. For you, sir. Give me a uploaded virus right there. Sensors are offline on both, meaning their targeting should be somewhat hindered. He is now in critical condition, but he's staying together, which is what I'm glad to see. Let's Continue firing. We've got a second vehicle taken care of. Continue with the portal cannon. We just got to hope he makes it through. He dodged that attack even with critical systems. Well done, sir. Very, very well done. I'm going to stun lock him. And we can only hope that that works out, because if it doesn't, we've got serious, serious issues. Let's go ahead and drop one more of those on him. Let him think about it for a little bit, and then with a final attack. Oh, you got a double attack, really. Good for you, man. Good for you. Under withering fire, we managed to beat a larger fleet. Very, very nice. Commander, Corbane Lau's fleet made contact with the colony at Deneb, patching you through now. I'm not going to lie to you, Commander. Our colony was just about on the brink of collapse, but now that you're in charge, I should be able to shore up support and get my colonists back to a more reasonable state. We have a fully stocked and functional colony here, Commander. Consider it at your disposal. We're not going to lie. Most of us would prefer to be evacuated to that station of yours, but if you need us here, we can pull in any Federation refugees we encounter from the area. Let's go ahead and leave the system. I think if I can get them all... Oh, nope. If I can get you guys home, I would feel better about all this. Fuel supplies are looking a little bit low. Material supplies are looking a little bit low, but everything else seems to be holding together. Let's go ahead and go to our ship management. We definitely need to repair this poor little ship right here. It's in rough, rough shape. So 2 victories awaiting orders. Let's repair over here as well. Not too bad. Not too bad. Days in command. All right, so as far as our officers are concerned, he's hit level 3, which is a very, very nice thing to have available. Backstab Maneuver 2 is at level 4. I don't like weapons that put downsides on myself. I would really prefer to stay away from that kind of stuff. Does he have any abilities I can unlock for ground? No, he does not. Okay. Well, then I suppose... Wild attack that decreases the minimum possible damage, but increases maximum possible damage for 1 round. So it makes you really, really, really good at shooting fools for 1 turn, but you got to skip a turn. Weapon Supercharge gives you an extra 150% damage for the next round. However, your damage resistance is reduced by 50%. Threat is increased by 100, and you get vulnerable. It's a gamble, but I'm going to take it. I like that a little bit better. I can see a few more options right there than losing an entire turn. Giving myself vulnerable, which I'm doing anyways. It inflicts engine down, I guess, on the enemy, but I don't know. I like where we're sitting at right now. I like where we're sitting at. So we need to make some decisions about how we want to go about our business here. Our fuel reserves are full, so I would suggest that we send out the... Let's take one of you guys off. We will launch the Brick and Bracker. Transfer fuel. And we will also send... How much do they have over there at the crew? Okay, so we'll send a fleet out to there. Let's call these guys the Flabby Hab Lovers. And in this one, we will put the Pringle Prober. And we'll launch him on over so that we have multiple things going on. You return home so that we're not wasting a bunch of time here. Commander, Rodan Tesla's fleet made contact with a materials mine at Ceramus. The Federation Mining Facility Overseer is willing to remain at this mine and continue extracting resources for your cause. Alternatively, if you prefer, you can choose to evacuate the facility and bring the crew back to the station. Continue production. Transfer materials. And now I choose to return on home. The next thing we need is going to be a dark matter location because we have access to materials and a number of other goodies. That's another big fleet right there. How are we doing on that research, by the way? Where is he going? He's going to Ghost Head. Oh, shit. He's going to our station right there. That's unfortunate because we barely pulled through the last fight. I really don't feel like tempting that one again. I think this time I'll probably kill the smaller ships first, though. Go after them and see if I can eliminate the extra damage. See if I can do a little bit better. I also wasted my first heal, but still... We didn't do so good last time. We didn't do so good last time. Alright, send a fleet. Let's go ahead and remove him from there. The Brucker Brigade, we'll go ahead and put them in. Got a distress call, send the fleet. And we've got to hope for the best. They're actually coming at us pretty frequently right now. Alright, so let's start off with upload virus as per usual. Sensors are offline for the middle guy right there. That's all I really could have asked for. Hull is breached. Let's go ahead and exploit. Sensors offline on that ship. Critical hit. He's down. One-shotted and eliminated. Cool. On this one, let's go ahead and we will start off with a portal cannon on this little guy over here. Hopefully we deal a little bit of damage. He's not dodging much, which has me a tiny bit worried, but what can you do? What can you do? What can you do? What can you do? I'm going to go ahead and let's backstab maneuver this little guy. So he's now disabled. He's not going to get an attack on this turn. Good. I'm happy to see that they are actually spreading the damage around a little bit. Let's continue firing on our disabled friend over here. That's a sentence you probably never thought you'd heard say here at the Nerd Castle, but you know what? Sometimes you got to open fire on a disabled friend. I will run harass on him. Hopefully we don't miss. There it is. Next ship is down. He's going to cauterize himself on the next turn to make sure he doesn't go down into any critical depths of damage. It's also going to eliminate his hull breach, which is actually pretty satisfactory. We will... What does that do? Damage resistance is reduced. Supercharge it. Upload a virus. Sensors are offline. We are primed for a big hit on the next turn. And here we go. Harass. With the supercharge for 332. Very, very nice. Not really worth it in my opinion, though. We still got tagged back for a lot of damage. Let's go ahead and finish him off with another harass. Damage is spreading out a little bit, and I don't much like the situation that I'm in fighting these things. I'd feel a lot better if I had an extra ship. Would definitely feel better. Ooh, he resisted the stun. Man, what a talented, cheeky little bastard. But Science Ship gets the last laugh. Down goes the enemy, and the defense of the system is won. While we're here, let's transfer the fuel, because we're already here, so why not? We'll take these guys, and I would actually suggest that they make a run at this pulsar over here, since we have plenty of fuel. Let's go ahead and send the Brucker Brigade out this way, since we got nothing else trying to murder us right now. Our engine overheated while we flew. 12 crew were too close and died in an explosion. Oh, that sucks. Commander, Corbane Lau's fleet made contact with the dark matter extractor at Helix, patching it through now. Commander, thank heavens you found us when you did. We probably couldn't have lasted another few days with these alien fleets swarming around. What we have here, Commander, is a fully functional dark matter extractor, and while we wouldn't mind being extracted to your station, it sounds like dark matter might come in handy for you. Taking that into account, we'll stay right here and keep extracting until you say the word. Very well, transfer the dark matter. You will leave the system, and we will bounce on back. Things are looking relatively peaceful right now. Did we accomplish the Officer Academy? We did. So let's go ahead and get the Officer Academy going. Officer Academy is in play. We are not sitting on a ton of materials right now, so I think what I'll more than likely do is I'll send somebody out to go pick up materials from both of these mines. It'll take at least 3 days to get there and a couple more days to get there. We'll probably hit the crew reserves on the way past, too. Yeah. Send a fleet. We'll take the Pringle Prober out. And I wonder if I can be attacked randomly while I'm out and about. That's got me a little concerned. Let's go ahead and repair here. Expensive, but doable. Expensive, but doable. I would suggest we take a look at ship construction and see if there's anything better we can do. We've got the Rogue, we've got the Acolyte. We may be able to do some research that gets us into a better ship here. So for the, we can go with the Marksman. There's ship upgrades over here. Ship repair bay. Allows you to build a repair bay where you can research upgrades for improving starship repairs. Okay, cadet barracks. Research how to build cadet barracks to recruit crew and upgrade cadets. Okay. Terran Tier 2 takes 1,800 of that. Propulsion lab. Fuel efficiency and travel speed upgrades. Okay. You get a Zerardiax reactor. A fuel plant. I just wanted to be sure what we have here. Let's go ahead and let's get the Disciple. Let's do it. We'll research the Disciple for right now. I would also suggest researching the Marksman. Why not? That gives us a better access. So as far as science goes, we've got the Disciple, which looks like it's a little bit more attack-oriented. It comes with Disruptor Beam, It comes with Incisor Beam. What does Weapons Disruption do? Lowers their attack, probably. Ooh. It was the Disciple we were looking at. It comes with Adaptive Armor. Heal. For 56 to 105 plus 40 for 3 rounds. Is that on a limited charge? How many charges did that get? 3 per combat. Okay. So it's just a little bit different than the other ship. The Acolyte allows us to use Cauterize Hull. You know, with the synergy we have going, I think the Acolyte remains the better call. With the Marksman, if we've got something that... So he's really, really good at exploiting vulnerable. Do we have anything that inflicts vulnerable? We do not. So... That being the situation, we probably want to get an Engineer next, and then once we get the Engineer, it'd be a better plan for us to maybe swap in for the Acolyte, or I'm sorry, for the Rogue, unless this has anything. Well, that actually, Deconstruct, it takes advantage of Hull Breach. I don't know, there's a lot of little synergies in here that I think will go pretty well. I'm not going to preemptively build a ship or anything like that. Instead, let's go ahead and send a fleet on out. And you know what? I will send the Pringle Prober with them. There it is. We will transfer the materials. We will take you guys and we will redirect you down to here. Just a nice little cruise around the galaxy. The Officer Academy is now online. Commander, new candidates are ready to be selected for promotion to Officer. Let's see them. So we have the option. We can pick up Sarah Ripley, who is Bridge Shot, inflicts weapons disruption. That's pretty good. Cloak. Gives Cloak to Self. Fire at Will. She also has Slice and Dice, Point Blank, Kamikaze, and Arc Laser. Alternatively, for a new Science Officer, we have Spin Maneuver, which exploits weapons disruption. Ablative Field, which we already have. Nano Restoration Field is an all allies heal for 150% plus 150% for 4 rounds. How many usages does that have? 1, I was going to say. It seems pretty powerful, so I would assume that would be the case. Psionic Blast for ground. He's got Blood Drive. He's got Mass Paranoia. He's got Hazard Zone. For our engineering craft, we've got Broadside Salvo, which gives vulnerable to himself, but also inflicts Hull Breach and does a lot of damage. Death from Above gives Hull Breach to self. Ship Disable, so it's a stun, but it gives yourself Hull Breach and exploits Crew Panic. We have Quick Tune-Up, which is a self-heal that can be used 4 times per combat. On the ground, it's got Electrocute, got Ghost Pepper Bomb, got Grey Goo, and has Nano Repairs, which look like they heal self. Okay. I think we could really go with anybody right here. Any choice is a decent choice. I don't think there's anybody that's a terrible choice. I kind of want to take a second tactical just because a weapons disruption ability would be really, really nice. But let's just keep this diverse. Let's take Talon Ford, the engineering officer. Commander, thank you for this opportunity. You won't be disappointed, sir. Okay. We can also train a new officer for 50 crew. Unlocks an additional officer slot. And that'll take how long? 8 days with Talon Ford running it. I'll probably bring back one of my more experienced officers to try to get a feel for that. It just doesn't seem fair to take a newbie officer and... No, do not start the task. Instead, we have ship construction that needs to take place. We need to get a knight built. Takes 60 and 400. Don't really have much of a choice. He's got to have the ability to float around with the rest of the crew and assist in our galactic efforts, so let's have him along the way, shall we? Transfer the crew. We will leave the system. He is headed for... in transit to Starbase approach. Okay, let's call you guys back home. You guys made most of the run. Understood. Alright, we've received more materials. We do need to make a swoop, though. We need to make a better swoop. We'll grab this stuff down here probably on the next go. For right now, we'll eliminate them. We've got to level up for Rodan Tesla. He can get Spin Maneuver or he can get Siphon Dark Matter. I'm going to suggest... we go with, well, that stacks better because that gives Crew Panic. That would stack better with our engineer if we're planning on having him come along with them. However, he is level 4 next time around, so we could get Ablative 2 an emergency meds or something like that if we really, really wanted to. Lots and lots of things to think about here. I think Siphon Dark Matter is probably the better choice because that gives us crew panic, which the ship that we're giving to our engineering guy can exploit crew panic. Whereas that just gives us weapons disruption as far as I know. And weapons disruption, I don't think we have anybody that exploits weapon disruption. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, we don't have anybody that exploits that, so I think the correct choice would be throwing ourselves into Siphon Dark Matter. So he's going to be a bit like a Warlock. He's going to rely on damage over time to get the job done. Stationed at Beta Gliesa Prime when it experienced its anomalous transdimensional warp storm waves, Rodan Tesla's account of what happened informed much recent theory regarding the psychological impacts of such phenomena, including complete breakdowns of chronological awareness. He's received multiple honors as a result, but that doesn't help the fact that he still can't tell the damn time. Talon Ford is a 5-time champion of the regionally famous Heidi's Cluster Mechanical Games, where she is widely considered to be one of the fastest drone repair operators ever, as well as the single best tractor beam artist of her generation. She will from time to time break out her old tractor beam tricks, much to the delight and amazement of her subordinates, though while doing it she pretends she's not having a blast. Okay. Let's go ahead and send a fleet. These guys should be pretty rudimentary. Oh, we don't have any ships available, so I suppose we'll just send these two. Start combat. I doubt they'll really be able to accomplish much anyways. These guys aren't super terrifying. They are faster than us, though. An important thing to bring up. So on this side, let's go ahead and I'm going to do Siphon Dark Matter. No, we don't need crew panic or any of that. Instead, I'm going to do Upload Virus. Sensors are offline, evaded, and resisted. Okay. That still gives me somebody to shoot at. And so there it is. I like the sound it makes when the actual little shots are impacting with the hull. They sound good. Alright, so now that we're back in action, let's see if we can finish him off with the portal cannon, which indeed we were able to do so. With you, we're going to do a backstab maneuver on that shiv to stun him on down. See, this is how turn-based combat is done right. You have to have lots of interacting parts to make it interesting. I hate it when games have turn-based combat, but the animations are weak. The interactions between party members and characters are rudimentary. It's just like, this has been done before since like the Nintendo generation. Probably since before that. And it bothers me, you know, it bothers me. I'm going to get him all nice and dotted up. We'll siphon his dark matter off. Crew is panicked, has a minus 100% evasion. He's also bleeding. Dark matter's being extracted is damaging it for a lot of damage. Like a lot of damage. So that does 7 to 16. That means that it does like 50 per round. That's not bad at all. Let's fire the portal cannon at this ship over here. He's going to bleed out on his own. We will also harass this enemy. Down they go. The weapons also feel like they have impact. For example, when you look at the way the guns fire, they've got a collection of energy and then a burst outwards. Like, it's all kind of in the motion of the combat. That's an important thing for an animator. You don't want it just to be like a beam that goes beep and then doesn't do anything. You want to see the bubble kind of grow and then shrink and then focus into a beam and fire, and the ships kind of rock back and forth when it happens. It makes it look like the combat has motion even though you're sitting in turn-based stuff. It's a very, very small thing that I think a lot of games overlook. I don't want to have to repair him after this, so I'm going to try and run Cauterize on everybody while we wait. These pirates up and out of our hair. Cauterize that shit, please. Wow, he's got the devil's HP. 666. Invoking the power of Satan while you fly through space. Battle is won, and we bring back rewards. They're going to return to the station, so that's fine. We'll go ahead and pause the game up. Objective is complete. We actually did all of the things that were on the list that they told us to do. And so with that being said, I'm going to end the episode right here. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me for the next episode of Halcyon 6. I hope you like the game. I think the game is really, really swell. I think it's a cool little game, and I'm glad that I saved it. I will see you all next time. Hi-do, everybody.